clicked on it. I can't believe you clicked on it. You're here. You actually clicked. You checked your messages. You saw you clicked on it and you're here. Um, well, that's a lovely surprise because I have something for you. Um, there's something I was supposed to give you a long time ago, and I never got around to it. Um, because the pandemic happened, and so yeah, things didn't happen. Months ago, you made wonderful YouTube videos and you entered them in what I call the Youfest. And people could vote. And even teachers, there was a special category. I asked the teachers what their favorite videos were. It's how they watched it and they gave me their votes and they told me what their favorite videos were. And I was supposed to give you prizes. But then everything went weird, including my own life. There were things going on in my life that meant I had less time than usual, even less time than usual. And we just never got around to the prizes. And then the summer came, and I'm sure you imagine you would never hear about this again. But a promise had been made. I had promised you prizes. And so I took a couple of weeks off to recharge the batteries, spend time with my family. And today I spent a day working, and my number one objective was to go through all the Youfest material, compile the votes, choose who won which prize, and shoot this video. And so there are prizes. I've actually printed a bunch of certificates that have your names on them if you win a prize, and the reason why you won the prize. And normally we give those certificates to the students at an award ceremony. Now, there's not going to be any award ceremony, and most of you have gone from the setup, you're leaving, you're gone, which is why I'm so surprised you're watching this video, right? You're gone, and so you're never going to come back, and so how do you get your certificate? Well, what you do is you write me, if you win a prize, you write me with your mail address, and I will mail you your certificate. They're actually printed on a really nice card. This is not cheap printing. This is pretty good printing. Let's stop talking about the printing. So we've got the Youfest. We've got their certificates. And a little reminder of the rules. These are one per person. I don't give more than one certificate to one person because we don't want to have this. Like, I know some people get lots of votes, but we don't want to get in a situation where we have like 3 people winning everything. That would be not fun, right? We like to spread the love around. So each certificate is for a different person. Always a person who got the most votes in their category. But yes, that's how it works. And so, without further ado, our first prize is for the most viral video. Most viral video is given to the person who, for whatever reason, made the video that got the most views and likes. And one person stands head and shoulders above the rest. It is Hubert, who made a video on a sports subject that I knew nothing about. And I think this is what is going on. That sports subject has followers and fans, and he's like popping up in search of it. It just goes to show you how YouTube works. Anyway, congratulations on making a video about that clearly people are interested in and identify with. We now get to the very prestigious jury prize for the Youfest 2020. The jury prize is given by teachers. So I asked the teachers privately for their votes, and they tell me their votes. The interesting thing about the jury prize is that sometimes the teachers tell me why they voted for this person or that person. So I actually have more information about this vote than about any other vote. The teachers have different reasons for voting every year. One year they're going to be blown away by the person's English or speed or something like that. And another year it will be different. The winner, and I'll tell you why they chose this person, because I think that's interesting. The winner of this year's jury prize, the person who got the most votes from teachers and who teachers loved your video, the winner is Noeli. Congratulations, Noeli. Why is there a pink sheet here? Okay, there's a pink sheet. Why is there a pink sheet? I'm hiding something. I told you teachers have reasons for their votes, and they change every year. And one thing that the teachers were really impressed with this year, overall, not just with Noeli, but overall, Because the teachers watch all of your final videos. Well, it's not all of them, but they were obliged to, of course. But the teachers who were interested watched your. But some teachers also watched your midterm videos because there was this playlist, right? The playlist, you were able to take yourself off the playlist if you wanted to. But I had sent this playlist to the teachers after everything was corrected and you had a chance to remove your video. I sent this playlist to other teachers, and some of them watched the videos. And one thing that they said about several of the videos is that they found your work this year inspiring. They found it inspiring because they thought they were blown away by how expressive you were, how confident you were, and that you just, put yourselves out there and really like talked about your lives and your feelings, etc. There were even a couple of videos that were, related to the idea of coming out, on YouTube or could be seen that way. And lots of teachers, were very impressed by that because, um, yeah, look, we've all been, 17 to 20. And would we have had the confidence that a lot of you displayed, And I think a lot of teachers are like, no, I wouldn't have had that confidence. So they were really inspired. And Noélie, even though your video is very different, there's something about that in your video. That's what the teachers have been telling me. Just your expressiveness and your confidence in talking about your personal views, etc. They've found that very inspiring. And so I'm giving you a special prize, jury prize and most expressive. We don't normally give a prize for most expressive, but since I know the reason why they're giving you the jury prize, that they found you expressive and they found this expressiveness inspiring and aspirational, it gets written on your certificate. Congratulations. Next, we have another prestigious award, funniest video. Lots of YouTube videos are there because they're funny, right? Like that's the thing. And while we did have a lot of inspirational videos, we also had quite a few funny videos. Who was the funniest person this year? According to the broad public, not teachers, but just the voters on the webpage, it was Marguerite. Congratulations, Marguerite. And I had many people commented to me just how much they loved your videos for, your bubbly personality and the expressiveness and just how funny all of that is. You created a wonderful personality for those videos. There's also a pink sticker here because, if you want to, lots of people get votes in many categories. And one thing that I can do is I can add the votes of all the categories together to see how many votes in total people got. And it was very noticeable that Marguerite did very well in that regard when you look at the total number of votes. And I thought we could, even though it's not an official prize, that we could underline this in some way. And so Marguerite, on your award, it also says most votes. You got the most votes this year. Overall, when we do a total, you got the most votes. So congratulations. People apparently really loved your videos. Next category. Well, if you're not going to be, if you're not going to be in the funny category, what's the other main category for YouTube? It's informative, right? So next category, most informative video. And I think this video goes along the lines of what I was talking about earlier in terms of being, inspirational and expressive, etc. Roxanne, congratulations. You were deemed by the public to be the most informative YouTuber we had this year. Again, I think a lot of people were touched by your expressiveness and your ability to open up and discuss issues that were important to you. Now, a more technical award, but a fun award that I loved. You know how fast YouTubers are supposed to talk, and we do a lot of that this year. The fastest talker. Who was the fastest talker according to our public? Simon. Congratulations, you're the fastest talker. And people really do love that. Like, it's a fun part of YouTubing. It takes a lot of work, too. Lots of practice. Next, a new category for this year. And I'm really proud of this category. Best body language, right? We talked so much this year about the YouTube gesturing and all of that, and how to appear like confident in your body and expressive and open and friendly, right? How to appear friendly with your members of your public. So this was a new thing, and we had the public was able to vote on best body language. So who did they choose? Sabrina. Congratulations, Sabrina. This new category, the first official winner of best body language. And finally, the last award that is important to me personally, the best YouTube voice. Why is it important to me personally? Because, of course, this year we tried to teach the body language, expressiveness, appropriateness of conversation, opening up, confidence, vulnerability. Right? I tried to teach you all of these things. That being said, is that my job to teach that? No, not really. It's not in the official course description. It's just a little thing that we do that I find really meaningful, but it's not the core content that I'm supposed to teach. What is the core content that I'm supposed to teach? The linguistic aspects of the course. So linguistics, that is not what this video is about. And creative speaking is about, the YouTube voice. So the really technical aspect of talking like a YouTuber, that's really what I teach. And why am I talking about it in terms of like being proud? Because a lot of people got a lot of votes this year for good YouTube voice. You just very impressive to the members and the teachers mentioned it to me as well, just how good students are this year with the YouTube voice. But who was the best according to members of the public? It is Meredith. Congratulations, Meredith. You had the best YouTube voice. And I've told you that before, that your YouTube voice was very good. Well, the public loved it. So an award that I like, which is the end of all that's it. That's all the awards I have to get according to the description that I gave. Which puts us in a weird situation and kind of unpleasant. We have exactly one person who hasn't won an award. It is Joey. Joey hasn't won an award. It's just the kind of thing that happens. Like he has votes, of course. Like you saw his videos; they're great, they're wonderful videos. His YouTube voice is really good. But not as many votes as other people in the same category, so he hasn't won a vote. Does that mean there was nothing that Joey did where he stood out? And I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no to that. I think Joey stood out, really stood out for one thing. And if we're going to be funny about it, we could say that, and I want to give him an award. If you'll allow me, if you will say yes, I would like to give him an award for the thing that he stood out on. But here's the thing, and you're not here to actually tell me if you agree or not. So I want to give him an award where we're 100% sure that nobody would disagree that he's the best at this. All right? Just hear me out. And we could be silly and give him an award for, you remember Joey's videos? There were two videos. He did one on the midterm, one on the final, about Warhammer 40,000. This science fiction universe with an empire and evil creatures attacking humans. And I thought it was great. I've been a fan of Joey's videos. I've been a fan of lots of people's videos, but I really enjoy Joey's videos. And he's the only one who has ever done that. So, if we wanted to create an award, we could give him an award for best Warhammer video. And of course he would win it, right? And that would be silly. Or would it? I've talked before about how inspirational a lot of YouTubers were. And of course, I'm calling you YouTubers now, apparently. A lot of you were. And because of your expressiveness, openness, vulnerability, and a lot of the attention when other teachers have mentioned how great you are, has been centered on the people who are talking about really private, personal matters. But for me, Joey has been inspirational. I will say that. Because I remember being your age, right? And I was a complete nerd. And I was so socially awkward, right? I was so socially awkward. And I was really interested in some fantasy universes like Lord of the Rings or whatever. And some science fiction universes. But that's the kind of thing that when I was your age, it was being a nerd and it was a bad thing, so you never talked about it. So, keep that to yourself if you don't want to be made fun of at school. And so I never really opened up about my interests like I have seen Joey open up. And I think it's really admirable in the same way that some people are touched when they see you guys open up about more like personal, emotional matters. So for me, seeing Joey do these videos was inspirational. And so, Joey, without any irony at all, I would like to give you the award for Best Warhammer Video. And I'm sure you will understand that this is not at all sarcastic, because for the Empire, right? So I'm giving everyone one award that I think that person deserves, like really deserves. And I'm left with one award. There is one more award. And that doesn't work because everyone's received one already, right? So what is this? Who is this for? What is this for? No, it's not for me. I am really proud of the work I've done this year. I really, really am. And I'm not going to start giving myself awards. That's a bit silly. No, I have the cheesiest award of all. Because as I've hinted at throughout this video, I am very proud of my students this year and the videos that you made. And so I wanted as a final award to give an award to all of you for the best Youfest ever. You did really well. You deserve it. Should you write to me to receive your award? It probably feels like the answer is no, because you don't need this, just a piece of paper. But trust the old man, the wisdom of the old man, who is telling you that one day, when you're 30, 35, 40, you're actually going to care about this piece of paper. You're going to find it at the bottom of a drawer, and you're going to say, oh yeah, I won that. I made a video when I got that. Those cheesy things that we do at school to recognize the work that you do, they maybe don't seem very important right now, but your future you in 10 to 20 years, actually cares about it. And you should do that person a favor, the you of in 20 years. Take a minute, write me a mail, send me your postal address, and I will mail your thing to you. That's it. That is really the end with me. And a lot of you are not coming back to school. I will never see you again. Hopefully that's not true. Hopefully in 2 to 5 years, you swing by the Cégep. You find out who the teachers are there that day. And we all go for coffee on the other side of the street or at the cafeteria. And we just chat with you and we ask you what you're doing. So hopefully you swing by and say hi. But apart from that, that is it. Have a lovely summer. Enjoy it. Have a good life. And I'll see you around.